Hello riders or not, hello from my first Eicma, the biggest European motorcycle show. I've never been to the motorcycle show that big. This is the first time I came to Milan, I came to Eicma, and oh my god, it is so much to see and so much to show. But I decided to do two videos. I mean, I can do 10 or 20, but I decided to do two videos. One of the new 2025 models launched at Eicma or just recently launched, and the other one of the custom motorcycles that I will find at the show. And in this episode, I will meet Simon at Eicma as well. And the first one is Royal Enfield launch, Classic 650, and obviously there. Can you take those forks and put them on Interceptor?
I knew that was coming. So technically, yes, you could, but absolutely no, you shouldn't.
Can you take the what?
So can you put those forks on an Interceptor? So in terms of would they fit an Interceptor? Yes, they would, but what you've got to understand is the rest of the motorcycle is engineered around those forks. So the headstock, for example, is strengthened to take the additional loads that those forks would put on it. So putting those into an Interceptor frame would not be advisable. Equally, the rest of the motorcycle, so things like the brake setup, the wheels, the rear end would have to be matched. So the swing arm is longer, the rear shocks are longer. So the whole setup of the motorcycle is very different to match that front end. So it's not a matter of just putting that into an Interceptor. I mean, yes, if you were to take the frame to a custom builder and modify the frame so it was stronger, but by the time you've done that, you may as well buy this bike, because this bike is purpose built by the factory to do exactly what you're after anyway.
Let's try it for a size, guys. Is it fully on the ground? Yes, and as you can see, I'm tippy-toeing a little bit, so it is a taller bike. And what I heard on the presentation already, and you probably heard that if you are interested in this bike, that the frame is made stronger, the headstock made stronger, and also the subframe starting from where the shock is lifted so you can have more clearance for a rear end. And this is, as you heard, the main reason why you can't just swap the shocks. I literally can't wait to take this for a spin. I hope this is gonna happen very soon. I asked when it is available on UK market, and I've been told it's only in 2025, not happening in 2024, but who knows? Maybe I'll have that opportunity to ride it earlier than that. Can't talk about the weight, but it feels very nimble. I believe it is nimble. Like comparing with an Interceptor, we've been told that it will be so much better handling because of the improved suspension. And I'm really looking forward to try that and talk about it on the full review when I'll have an opportunity.
Without my love for the ocean.
Let's try for a size, a new Classic 650.
It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I would be
This is my first Eicma, and the entire experience is so amazing. I'm now in some Honda tunnel, and like the entire thing is so big and so grand, and it just feels so good. I know I will be tired at the end of the week, and it's great to have a day when it's not that many public here, and it's mainly only the journalists, and it feels quiet comparing, but it's so good. I feel so grateful that I have this opportunity to come here, and that my little channel can bring me to the places like this, and to have opportunities like this. And this is one of the reasons why I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and leave the comment to help me to bring you a better content in the future.
Yeah. Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's war, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man.
Honda just launched a completely new Honda Hornet 1000, and you can hear excitement in my voice, because at the moment in my garage I have a Hornet 750 and I can't get enough of that bike. I feel so comfortable on it. It's so user-friendly, but at the same time it's probably one of the most playful and most fun bikes to ride. It's so much fun, and I can't wait, guys, to ride a new 1000. I just spoke with Honda, and unfortunately the launch of 1000 in Europe is clashing with another launch I'm going to, so unfortunately I won't be one of the first to ride it. However, I hope to do it soon enough and do a comparison with 750 as well as that brand new experience of a Honda Hornet 1000. And another exciting bike, completely different from Hornet, a smaller and very budget friendly, is GB350S, and I definitely want to review that because I did a lot of 300 models, and I think it's very important to cover that market because that is an introduction to the market, and especially now when a lot more female riders starting riding motorcycles, I think it's a great introduction, classic looking bike to get into motorcycling and to get into Hondas as well. And I'm looking forward to try that one as well, which will be no official launch, but will be in UK early next year, and I'm looking forward to ride that and show that to you.
Unfortunately, on the Triumph stand, due to the loud music, I am unable to use my original audio. So you're having a voiceover. What I'm saying is I was very excited to see a Triumph Speed Twin 900. The reason for that is next month I'm going for a launch in Spain and I will be riding it. So I really wanted to try it for a size and see how it fits me. And of course, I had to jump on Speedtwin 1200 when I was intruded by Dominica Rides. I haven't seen that girl since last year MotoGP finals, and it was so nice to catch up, as well as with everybody else at the show. It was like a motorcycle family reunion.
All our motorcycles at the show here are fitted with a selection of power parts. So this specific motorcycle has a Kapovic slip-on line, which is street homologated. We also have WP Pro component suspension, which is an upgraded suspension system for the guys that want the extra second on the racetrack. So you'll see the front forks as well as the rear shock. So it says Apex, so the standard suspension on the KTM 990 Duke R is also Apex range, is our street range. But this is, as I said, it's called our Pro Component range from WP. This is also what our factory riders use in, for example, MXGP, Rally. This bike, when we launched it earlier, actually last week, was raced by Chris Fillmore in America in the Super Hooligans race, and he used a set of Pro Components front forks as well as the rear shock. So the standard OEM WP suspension is perfect, I would say, for 98% of for users. But for that person, so he or she, that wants that extra second on the racetrack, this just gives you more customization. It has a little bit more hold up under hard braking. And as I said, you can really tune it. You can adjust the ride height at the back, preload, rebound, slow speed, high speed. It's full customizable. Yeah.
Will it come as a package or just as a separate parts to back yourself, or come as a full racing package will have a name?
So we won't offer the bike as a racing package, but any customer can purchase. It's a cartridge kit for the front forks and the rear shock. Now for anyone that does track days, that's a definite must, because you really, as I said, want to chase those last seconds. Something else that I could suggest as well is if you look at the triple clamps on the front of the bike, it's a little bit stiffer. So again, when you're changing direction, there's less flex on the front forks, so it's a little bit more direct. But other than that, I mean, you don't really need, for track days, you don't really need to spend a lot of money. Obviously, something like an exhaust is always cool because it sounds amazing. Yes. Lose quite a lot of weight, and also you gain quite a bit of horsepower. So roughly about 5 horsepower on the Evo line exhaust pipe that you gain. So for me, that's a must because it sounds amazing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And you have a new dash on it that fits very nicely. Actually, it doesn't look too big or like out of a space.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, when we started with the prototyping phase of these dashboards, there was one thing that we wanted to consider. We didn't want it to look out of place. So it's quite streamlined, as you can see. It's tucked in nicely underneath this little wind deflector that we have there. But as I said, it's full touchscreen. You can still use the also new switch cubes on the side. But it's quite easy to use, and it's what's also important is it even works with winter gloves, which is something that normally doesn't happen. If you have a touch screen, normally when you have a glove, it doesn't work. So the R&D team did a really good job to ensure that it's user friendly, and it's quite intuitive as well. So you don't need a degree to figure out where all the features are. It's quite self-explanatory. So something that we're very proud of, and I think all riders would really appreciate.
And then I have a question to you. I was riding 990 this summer. Yeah. On the road.
Yes.
And you know what? I was bored because I was riding in the speed limit.
Yes, that's always a problem. I mean, it's also hard for me. So I'm formerly from South Africa, where you can pretty much do anything. Speed is.
Can you?
Yeah, speed
I'm coming.
Speed is just a suggestion. So after moving to Europe, it was also quite a difficult thing for me to get used to. So on the road, I keep it safe. But for me, with these kind of motorcycles, you need to go to a racetrack, so because you can unlock the full potential of the bike, and it's also safe. So that's one of the difficult things, I would say. But definitely, I think it is better for the majority of people to stick to the racetrack. The bike is slightly taller to allow for more lean angle, and we've also changed the geometry slightly, so the handlebars are slightly lower and a little bit further forward to add more weight to the front, so it turns in a little bit better. So as I said, small changes made to the bike just to allow for more lean angle and a little bit more aggressive stance. So not geometry-wise, slight differences. Frame-wise, it's the same frame. The only big difference I would say on this model, on the R versus the standard, it's got a linkage rear shock, where obviously the standard one is non-linkage. But yeah, the general feel of the motorcycle very similar, but when you start going fast, it adds a little bit more weight to the front, which helps you steer in.
It's hard to imagine that you can improve the leaning, because that was the bike that was effortless to go any curve that I had to go. Unfortunately, it was a lot of flat roads in Lithuania when I was riding it. So I hope I will get in UK and I will get on some curvy roads and maybe on the track. You never know.
Generally, what happens is a person buys a road bike, as you know. They do a little bit of road riding, and then after some time, they realize that, hey, I should maybe go on the racetrack. And then from there, the journey obviously starts. You know, you change the suspension, you put slicks on the bike. Then you realize, hey, I need to change the fairings because if I crash, it gets expensive. So as KTM, what we decided to do is to actually take all that hard work and thinking out of the process and build a dedicated track bike. So if you look over here, it's based off the road homologated bike, but the customer will be able to buy a fully track spec motorcycle from KTM, so it will be produced by KTM, which is something that no other manufacturer does. So we will produce this in Mattighofen, Austria as a track bike. The fairings are plastic, so injection molded plastic, which normally if you convert a road bike, you buy fiberglass fairings, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because it's fiberglass, it never fits, it always cracks. So what we wanted to do is give the customer a bike that works properly, looks properly, and is not too expensive to maintain. So also if you do crash, the fairings you can purchase from any one of our dealers. So this model will be launched next year. We decided to bring it to Eicma because it's so sexy, but it will come standard with slick tires, so off the showroom floor. It will also have, as I said, it will have a complete track fairing on it. It will also have a racing exhaust on it. Additionally, it has a minimized dash, so a very small dashboard. No key, so no ignition because you don't need it. There's no electronics. The only electronics you have is traction control, but no ABS. As you can see here, we've got it parked next to Brad Binder's RC16. And the reason we did that is, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but all our MotoGP riders actually use 600s to practice on a daily basis.
That feels so good. Blame me now for interested more into a sports bikes, into a bike suitable for a track, because I had a taste of my Jigsaw, I had a taste of Apex, and I can't get enough of it, and I can't wait to ride it on the track. And I hope that will open more possibilities and more opportunities for me to test and to ride better than I'm riding now. The bikes like new Yamaha R9 fits me nicely. I feel very good at it sitting. I'm not sure how we would be riding, and I hope to find out that very soon. Ducati launch looks like this. have a thing about panigales. I adore them so much that I am scared to ride them. So maybe that will be my first panigale. I adore them so much that is the bike beyond my dream. But maybe one day I will make it true and I'll have my own.
I like it.
You like it? You like it? Yes!
I'd have one in my
Will I
garage.
get a star for choosing the right bike?
I'd have to change the top yoke and put clip-ons on. Change the top yoke, put some clip-ons on. Because I don't like where the bars are, but I like everything else, and I like the way it feels. And it feels comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sure with some little upgrades.
So it's a good goal.
Yeah, go for it. I think that should be that'll be an ultimate bike. I'll get Apex back then. Or if you want Apex and that.
Take on the track, I can't take us on the track. Like I can, but not make it a track bike.
No, but it'd definitely be
It has
track.
to stay beautiful.
Of course it stay beautiful, we just wear tyres out. Shit happens. Yeah, I love it. I'd have one. I might get one myself.
Will I get a star for choosing the right bike from the show?
No.
I just got a bike moved from the paddock stand and I really can show you guys the size of it. As you can see, I am 1 meter 75 centimeters, 5'9", tiptoeing a little bit, but the weight of it, it is so light. It is so exciting. And I've been at the show today for 12 hours solid, filming content for you. I think it's time for me to go home. I don't want to, because I get to sit on the bike that's been launched, on the piece of art that's been launched about an hour ago. And it's a great feeling. And it's a great feeling to share that all with you, being able to share that all with you. I hope that all the bikes that I shared, I will get to test ride. I do a proper riding reviews of them, and I hope that you're excited to see them. Let me know in the comments which bikes are you the most excited about, which ones you would like to see. Maybe I didn't cover something, maybe it was something launched at Eicma or at Eicma you still would like to see, and I will try to arrange that as well. For tonight, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.